Hey guys, this is not a Blue Talk podcast, but I want to get on here and update on Jordan because that's the whole reason we started this Blue Talk thing. By the way, the blue ribbon, for those of you who didn't know, because I did not know, is Child Abuse Prevention Month, which is April. That ties into my beautiful logo that I created, a knockoff of the Rolling Stones, you know, Blue Talk nails. Anywho, so I want to update people and take them along the journey with us because I'm not a huge researcher, school person, like computer person. It's just not me. I work with my hands. I learn by doing. I should not take those habits to this situation. I should know a lot more about how to prevent this for other people in the future, what to look out for in these predators, you know, things along that nature. I'm just not in a mental space where I want to continue to go down that hole right now. Things are like beginning to be that much normal around here, so it's kind of nice. We still have a long journey ahead of us, but it took a lot of work just to get here, and it's only really been 2.5 months, so everything's pretty fresh, you know, freshly cut wound. And it's hard stuff to talk about, it's hard stuff to hear, listen to, watch, even like going through those trainings. So, but they are available to anybody that is interested. Okay, so basically, I said a lot in the first video, but I didn't update anybody yet. February 19th, we found everything out. Went immediately to the cops, the Southgate cops, who told us it didn't happen in Southgate, it happened in Rouge, so you need to go through Rouge. And if anybody knows Rouge, they're not snappity on things, and a lot of things happen in this world. So the whole mental health community and going to see therapists and psychiatrists, it's like back the hell up, you know. So our world just kind of sucks, and the system sucks. But anywho, they arrested him March 9th. It was a Sunday at like 5 o'clock in the morning, and confiscated all of his techie tech. So let me start with Jordan. So we went to the cops. They told us what they told us, still filed the report. And then when Jordan like let everything out, she went through a psychotic break. It's like, I can't speak normally right now. So we had to take her to the hospital in an ambulance, and then she was immediately taken to a children's psychiatric hospital in Ann Arbor. And it was really hard for her. I mean, she was literally getting clean off of being on drugs for years, and realizing everything that actually happened, and like living in the real world and knowing that that was all trauma, and how awful it actually was when he had her thinking it was normal that whole time, and like manipulating, changing her thoughts. You know how narcissists do, or just effed up people in the head. Well, you don't know because we're not effed in the head, but so she had a really hard time in there. She wanted to come home, but she was able to help other kids, and told us, you know, a lot of the kids went through similar things and they don't have anybody. So that's pretty heartbreaking, and again, why I want to start Blue Talk, raise awareness, and maybe start a foundation of our own, you know, when we get financially stable and Jordan is in a better place and we're all ready to help other people. But for now, I just want to take everybody, oh, why my face itches so much, along our journey, and hearing what we've learned, because that would be way better for me than spewing a bunch of facts at you. So, where was I? So Jordan came home before Brian was arrested, and it was super uncomfortable. Like, we never wanted to leave the house, didn't want to go grocery shopping, We just felt super unsafe. We put cameras all over the house, alarms on the doors, like it was like freaking Fort Knox. I bought a cane Corso and all that, you know. I did some shooting lessons with my friends, but so Jordan had a really hard time when she first came home, and there was a lot of fights and screaming and name calling and hearing more things about what had happened that we didn't know before, and her suffering PTSD at night, and basically taking all of her anger on the situation out on us. We were her punching bags, which is understandable. That's just how it works, but being the punching bag is really hard, and I lashed out a few times. It always ends in like apologies and hugs and we're back to normal, but it's like, it's not just depression, anxiety, mental health thing. Like, it goes so much beyond that. So it's just so hard to describe like what our day-to-day is and how we don't know what's normal, because we've just had so much messed up shit in our family happen, like losing a ton of people and drugs being a huge part of it, alcoholism, depression, all mental health problems, like losing my grandma recently, my dad's house burning down, and then that's the whole thing. Anyways, I plead the fifth. So he got arrested and he's been in custody ever since, in federal custody. He had a court date yesterday, which was dismissed by the federal court because they know if state picks up, which they are, we have a court date in a couple weeks, he has a better chance of staying in prison for the rest of his life than with the current case open with the FBI right now. Because he was super good at cleaning technology and all that. So anyways, for every occurrence that was committed, that's 15 years. And there's too many to count on all my fingers and toes, like way, way, way more, like years of this stuff. So basically, that's good to hear. Jordan is super concerned about seeing him in court. And she's on the side right now that she wants to make sure he's okay and give him a hug and tell him she loves him, which ties into the trauma bonding and Stockholm Syndrome Savannah and I talked about on Wednesday. So I don't know how I'm gonna feel seeing him. I know that him and his family were in court yesterday trying to say anything they could to get him off the block, including I'm the one who supplied Jordan with her drugs. So that's been stressful on me. I mean, it would be stressful on anybody, but nothing's gonna happen, so trust in God as I have been. Which, you know, a lot of people aren't religious, a lot of people have a lot against it, and it does get confusing, like with all the different religions. And, you know, I truly believe whatever works for you, that's cool. Like, I have no room to judge anybody, and like, I just want to be chill. So I believe what I believe, and God, I attribute all of what has happened with us to God as far as how quickly the process has been, because it's like at least 18 months for a normal case. And for Jordan's case, like I said, it's been 2.5 months, and we're already talking about putting this dude away for his life. And she's out of the hospital, she's doing online schooling, playing tennis, she's got a lot of friends back, she's got a little boyfriend. Just like day to day, she's realizing that she will come back from this and help other people. You know, that's our goal. And she can finally be a teenager, a real teenager, and not have all that shit going on and her hiding it, and him, like, it was a toxic relationship and he was a narcissistic manipulator and took control of her entire life. Could not have boyfriends, could not have friends, like couldn't do anything, leave the house, not be constantly attached to her phone, talking to him if he wasn't around her, that type of thing, for years. So she is doing a lot better, and that's really good. I lost my train of thought again. But yeah, basically I just wanted to give an update and say that there's a lot more to come with this, and hopefully it helps, you know, anybody else out there going through the same thing currently and not speaking up, or that, you know, it opens their eyes to the future and the shit that goes on in this world and how effed up it really is, and how to protect yourself and your kids, and or if you had already gone through this and you kind of gave up on the process, whatever, whoever it helps, that's cool with me. So yeah, thanks for listening to my TED Talk.